Yeah, so once in a while, you get to have a conversation with someone who just makes you smile. Someone like GreatMan Takit. Now, he is a spiritually minded gospel performing artist. He's also a songwriter and fine artist. And, you know, there's so much more to him, but we have him here on the couch for the first time. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you, TT. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so for those that don't understand who you are, we need to let them into your story. How did this all start for you?
Professionally or unprofessionally?
Professionally, please.
Okay, professionally, it was 2011. That's the time I released my first song ever.
Fantastic, okay.
Yeah. I guess I just knew I could sing. I've always been a singer since I was 11, but then I started rapping in 2009.
Okay.
And then it all just began like from school days, my uni days, and then I released the first song. I saw the impact of it, and then the rest is history.
So now let's talk impact, you know. So some people don't see it coming, some people do, especially those who are spiritually minded. Was this something specifically you prayed about? Is this something you connected with from the very beginning, or was it just something that hit you somewhere along the line?
Like the spiritual side of it?
Yes.
I think that, I mean, of course, you know how nature and nurture happens, like the way someone is groomed or the way they are raised is somewhat, you know, the way the path they'll trail.
Sure.
My dad is a preacher.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I found Christ for myself, you know, and I began to trail that path. But one of the reasons why I began to do, like, this kind of music is because I realized quickly that a generation is coming that really need to be educated, but also love to be entertained.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so and I just felt like I needed to put in like some of the things we hear in our morning devotions, in our churches, in places, the things our parents tell us, our pastors tell us, spiritual leaders tell us, in very vibey ways and lingo.
So in other words, trying to connect this generation.
Yeah.
So I think, was it Kirk that said it? Kirk was talking about the fact that this generation are not playing church.
No, they're not.
They're not playing church. They're
all.
not just going into
No.
The cathedral now and then putting on the robes anymore.
At all.
But they are still connecting with God on another level.
Yeah, and that goes to show that God is beyond the four walls of the church.
Okay.
This generation are not playing. They're not pretending. If you have it, you have it, and they will connect with you.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you don't, and they won't. So it is what it is. They're not ready to compromise authenticity, because on the flip side, the word spirituality has become even more popular in this time than ever.
I was actually going to say that a lot of people feel that this generation are not spiritual at all.
Yeah, quite spiritual.
Because of the way they dress, because of maybe their accessories, or the way you're dressed today. Not many, if they were just looking at this show on mute, for instance, would connect with you as being a gospel performer.
Yeah.
But now you have a track with Moses Bliss coming out.
It just came out today.
Just came out today?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of the original song, Daddy Wey Dey Pamper. So you are performing another version. Talk to us about it.
So Moses is a good friend of mine, and it's like he's my brother. So he called, and at the time, people were doing covers of the song because he had just released the song and everything. And he said, I would like for you to do a cover.
Okay.
You know, and I said, no, I'm not doing a cover. I'd rather that I do like a different version completely, like an Afrobeats version. And then I gave him the idea, and he's like, you know what, let's turn this into a whole song. And brought in my brother, Prince Emmanuel, Dude is Fire. And then that's how it all went. It became something else. Yeah. All
right. So I know we've already mentioned the name of the track now, but I want us to look at some of the other work you've done in the past.
Yeah.
Look What You've Done.
Look What You've Done, yeah.
Is what we're going to be showing next.
Okay.
I wish we could wait till the chorus, because that song, Look What You've Done Already. Lovely.
Thank you.
Lovely track. So and your take on it also helps us sort of connect on another level.
Yeah.
Lyrically speaking, not everybody is a lyricist. Not
Yeah,
everybody can put together lyrics like that, even just in the secular world,
Randomly,
talk less of in the gospel world.
Yeah.
And it's not always accepted.
Yeah, in the church setting, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that must have taken a while to
develop.
Yes.
I mean, I think that I had always had it.
Okay.
It's just, you know, like we just said, like we just rightly established, the church platform is not one to always accommodate things like this.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault. It's just the programs are organized and specific for certain purposes.
Yeah.
And so it's worship meetings, it's deliverance services, it's
Yeah.
crusades. And so you find out that you need more worshipers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, like we said earlier on, we are entering an era. We're at the precipice of a different era.
Yeah.
And people are going through stuff that are real, you know. And of course, worship is still quite relevant, but also they just want to connect on a different, and they also want you to be, you know, relatable.
Yeah.
So I did this in the beat to be more relatable, to bring it home, to not just leave it up there like, oh, what would I do without your love? I feel the warmth of your arms around me. Look what you've done already. That's quite generic and vague. But with this one, you could tell that this meant something to me. This is personal. This is from my own story.
So honestly, I wish we could connect with your story a little bit more, but I want to really ask, when you have Daddy Wey Dey Pamper, which is already such a hit, millions of streams, it feels like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Bringing in another version.
Another version, yeah.
Of this song. Did this maybe make you step back a bit?
Like, step back in what sense?
I'm saying, were you worried about whether it's gonna, you know, be as big a hit as the former one?
To be honest, that was not where my mind was.
Okay.
And I think that helped to actually create properly.
Okay.
Because if you put pressure on yourself so much,
Yeah.
then you're worried about many other things.
Okay.
Apart from like what you're supposed to be creating.
Okay.
So I just thought about it as my guy is doing something.
Okay.
You know, he said I should do it, and let's make a good song.
All right.
And so that's the way I approached the song. Yeah, I didn't think about it as something. I mean, anything that comes from Moses is a hit.
It is.
To be
It
honest.
is,
Yeah.
actually.
So I mean, that was
All
not
right.
the pressure.
Hashtag no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Absolutely no
No
pressure.
pressure.
Yeah.
But it's out today on streaming services,
Yes,
I believe.
yes.
Yeah, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it, honestly. I'm going to go check my playlist already. But I have to say a big thank you to you for
Thank you.
talk to us about it today.